Hello.
Hi, good morning,
Yeah, good
Cookie.
morning. But my
Yeah,
camera is not working now. Maybe.
no problem. It's okay as long
Okay.
as I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
it's good to see you again, Cookie. And yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes, and how's your New Year so far?
So far, so good.
So far,
Mm,
so good.
yeah.
So great time with family, right?
Yes, I returned to my hometown
Mhm.
at the year end and stayed there for 5 days, and yeah, I
Mhm.
enjoyed the time with my family and local friends. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was a good time.
Indeed, a great New Year.
Yeah.
So have you been to like temples or shrine as well?
Yes. So,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, so-called Hatsumode. So
Uh,
I live in Tokyo and near to the area near to Asakusa. So there is a big temple.
mhm.
The name is Sensoji, full of tourists. So I couldn't actually pray at the the main house, but so I visited there and draw the paper for fortune telling.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Ah,
my
so,
luck was not so not so good. Yeah, just normal.
mhm. So my New Year also is a bit funny
Funny.
because I celebrated with my family as well. But during the December 31st on the midnight, before that, ticking, like countdown to 2026,
Mm-hmm.
my sister, she told me we ate 12 grapes under the table. So,
12 grays.
12 grapes, yes.
Mm.
12 grapes under the table because she says it's for prosperity
Mm-hmm.
and wealth and good health.
Mm.
So yeah, so me, my sister, her husband, and my other sister.
Mm-hmm.
So at like countdown to 2026, we get inside in under the table and eat those 12 grapes faster because it's only 1 minute. You have to consume the 12 grapes. So
Oh.
so a kind of, yeah, how can I say, funny, but I hope also it works, like, that's
It
also
works. Yeah.
for, yeah, like. So, and my sister said, "Oh my God, our mouth is too full of grapes, and I cannot like talk much because." So it's kind of funny, but yes, as I mentioned, I hope also that's also
uh,
I hope for in
mm,
2026. Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
yeah. But I heard, yeah, when I read here in the article,
Uh-huh.
it's these 12 grapes is from Spain.
Spain. Oh,
Traditional from Spain.
I
I said,
see.
it's from Spain.
Oh, maybe
So,
I read the same article in Native Camp and some countries. I'm not
mhm,
sure the
mhm.
very country, but in the country, people throw the dish and throw the
Wow.
dish to the door of neighbors.
So, what's for? What's gold health or
Uh,
like
mm,
sharing foods like that, or just through the?
the throw the
Oh my
parade,
God!
the throw the
Wow.
parade, and yeah, so the parade is completely broken. Yeah.
Go. I think I also read that one here in the one of the article here.
Mm.
But then it's a kind of weird traditions, right?
Yeah. Weird.
So, but anyway, that's their belief. So yeah, no,
Mm.
I'm not against it as well. So I think every country has belief and traditions, right? So we have to respect it.
Mm. Yeah.
But sometimes it's just weird to think like this kind of tradition, like smashing those plates, like on.
Smashing spray.
Yeah. So yeah, as I mentioned, that's their belief and tradition too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not against it. All right, so yes, Cookie. So thank you for sharing your day with me. Now let's start the lesson, okay?
Okay.
All right, so yes, you choose the Linneaus economics. So this is about why is Japan the top spot for investments in 2026? Wow, very interesting.
Mm,
Is this correct?
maybe.
Uh,
So not only in 2026. So
uh,
from 2 years ago,
mhm.
Japan is the hot spot for investment from foreigners.
Mm. So why do you think it is cookie? Because I'm really interested. Why these people or foreign people would
Uh-huh.
like to invest in your country?
One main reason for that is the weekend. So everything is cheaper than
Cheaper.
before.
Mhm.
From uh, foreigners' perspective,
Mhm.
so Japanese yen's value is declining in the global market, so so foreigners can buy lots
Investment.
of Japanese stocks,
Mm.
and more with the same amount of their currency. So
Mm. Is there also a foreign people like investing lands or real estates in Japan?
I think so.
I see. And the price is affordable compared to their countries, right?
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Aye, that's right. That's right. All right, so yes, thank you for sharing the idea. Okay, now let's move on to words and phrases. All right. So yes, let's learn some of the words and phrases used in the article. So we have 5 words here. Let's start with number one. So here we go. First word.
Reflationary.
Reflationary.
Yes, this is adjective relating to an economic policy aiming to expand output and curb deflation. All right, so let's listen to the sample sentence.
The government adopted a reflationary policy to combat deflation.
The government adopted a reflationary policy to combat deflation.
That's right. So yes, let's move on to the next word. Here we go.
Resilience.
Resilience.
Yes, this is noun, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or setbacks. All right, so here's the example sentence.
Her resilience helped her overcome many challenges in life.
Her resilience helped her overcome many challenges in life.
Yes. All right, so next word.
Outperform.
Outperform.
Yes, this is verb to perform better than someone or something. Okay, so here's the example sentence.
The new model is expected to outperform the older version.
The new model is expected to outperform the older version.
That's right. All right, so next word.
Mitigate.
Mitigate.
This is verb to make something less severe, harmful, or painful. All right, so yes, here's example sentence.
Steps were taken to mitigate the environmental damage.
Steps were taken to mitigate the environmental damage.
Yes, okay. Last word.
Diversification.
Diversification.
So this is noun, the act of becoming more varied or introducing variety. All right, so let's
The company pursued diversification to reduce market risks.
The company pursued diversification to reduce market risks.
yes. All right, so we're done with our words and phrases. Cookie, do you have any questions so far?
Mm, everything is clear for now. Thank you.
All right, so yes, let's move on to comprehension part. So please check the direction.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right, so in this part also we have 3 questions that we're going to answer later. But before that, let's check the questions one by one. All right, so first is what factors make Japan an optimal investment location for 2026 according to the article? All right, number two, so what structural strength does Japan have in the global economy according to the article? And number three, so why will higher interest rates impact Japan's budget slowly according to the article? All right, so yes, to answer this question, let's listen to the audio article, okay?
Okay.
All right, so yes, here
Why
we
is
go. It
Japan the
starts
top spot for
now.
investments in 2026? Japan is emerging as an optimal investment location for 2026 due to its economic growth and corporate reforms, which outweigh concerns about national debt. The economy is in a reflationary cycle, a phase of recovery where growth, wages, and prices rise together. Japan's central bank's interest rate hikes signal economic resilience. In 2025, Japan's stock market index outperformed the U.S. stock market index with 26% growth versus 17%. Japan's structural strengths include its key role in the global high-tech supply chain, especially in the AI sector. Long-term corporate reforms have led to higher efficiency and increased corporate earnings. The average bond maturity, which is the time until government bonds come due for repayment, is 9 years, longer than the US's 6 years, so higher interest rates will impact the budget slowly. The government has decreased issuance of ultra-long-term bonds to mitigate the impact of rising yields, which are the returns on those bonds. Nominal GDP growth has averaged 3.1% over 4 years, reducing the debt-to-GDP ratio from 212% to 200%. Under the Japanese leader, stimulus is directed toward high-value sectors like semiconductors and shipbuilding. Increased defense spending to 2% of GDP is necessary for regional stability. Threats to U.S. government bonds are domestic, like loss of trust in the U.S. central bank, rather than from Japanese capital returning home. Therefore, diversification into Japanese assets is a logical choice for investors.
All right. So are we good with the audio, Cookie, or do you want to listen one more time?
Let me listen again, please.
Yes. Here we go. It starts now.
Why is Japan the top spot for investments in 2026? Japan is emerging as an optimal investment location for 2026 due to its economic growth and corporate reforms, which outweigh concerns about national debt. The economy is in a reflationary cycle, a phase of recovery where growth, wages, and prices rise together. Japan's central bank's interest rate hikes signal economic resilience. In 2025, Japan's stock market index outperformed the U.S. stock market index with 26% growth versus 17%. Japan's structural strengths include its key role in the global high-tech supply chain, especially in the AI sector. Long-term corporate reforms have led to higher efficiency and increased corporate earnings. The average bond maturity, which is the time until government bonds come due for repayment, is 9 years, longer than the US's 6 years, so higher interest rates will impact the budget slowly. The government has decreased issuance of ultra-long-term bonds to mitigate the impact of rising yields, which are the returns on those bonds. Nominal GDP growth has averaged 3.1% over 4 years, reducing the debt-to-GDP ratio from 212% to 200%. Under the Japanese leader, stimulus is directed toward high-value sectors like semiconductors and shipbuilding. Increased defense spending to 2% of GDP is necessary for regional stability. Threats to U.S. government bonds are domestic, like loss of trust in the U.S. central bank, rather than from Japanese capital returning home. Therefore, diversification into Japanese assets is a logical choice for investors.
All right. So let's move on to answer the questions.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, number one. So what factors make Japan an optimal investment location for 2026 according to the article?
It is due to its economic growth and corporate reforms, which outweigh concerns about national debt.
Yes, that's correct. So first paragraph. Let me see again. Yeah. So Japan is emerging as optimal investment location for 2026 due to its economic growth and corporate reforms, which outweigh the concerns about national debts. Yes. All right. Number two. Here we go. Give me a second. Okay. So what structural strength does Japan have in the global economy according to the article?
Japan has traditional strengths include its key role in the global high-tech supply chain, especially in the AI sector.
Yes, that's correct. So second paragraph, Japan's structural strength includes its key role in the global high-tech supply chain, especially in the AI sector. All right, so great job, Cookie. Next, number three. So why will highest interest rates impact Japan's budget slowly, according to the article?
Because the average bond maturity, which is the time until government bonds come due for repayment, is 9 years, relatively longer.
Yes, that's correct. So third paragraph says the average bond maturity, which is the time until government bonds comes due for repayment, it's 9 years longer than the U.S. 60 years. So higher interest rates will impact the budget slowly. All right. So yes, you're doing great in answering questions, Koki. Great job. Now let's move on to the next activity, which is read out. Okay. So
Okay,
in this part, please read the article
sure.
aloud.
Yeah. Why is Japan the top spot for investments in 2026? Japan is emerging as an optimal investment location for 2026 due to its economic growth and corporate reforms, which outweigh concerns about national debt. The economy is in a reflationary cycle, a phase of recovery where growth, wages, and prices rise together. Japan's central bank's interest rate hikes signal economic resilience. In 2025, Japan's stock market index outperformed the US stock market index with 26% growth versus 17%. Japan's structural strengths include its key role in the global high-tech supply chain, especially in the AI sector. Long-term corporate reforms have led to higher efficiency and increased corporate earnings. The average fund maturity, which is the time until government bonds come due for repayment, is 9 years, longer than the US 6 years, so higher interest rates will impact the budget slowly. The government has decreased issuance of ultra long-term bonds to mitigate the impact of rising yields, which are the returns on those bonds. Nominal GDP growth has averaged 3.1% over 4 years, reducing the debt to GDP ratio from 212% to 200%. Under the Japanese leader, stimulus is directed toward high value sectors like semiconductors and shipbuilding. Increased defense spending to 2% of GDP is necessary for regional stability. Threats to US government bonds are domestic, like loss of trust in the US central bank rather than from Japanese capital returning home. Therefore, diversification into Japanese assets is a logical choice for investors.
All right. So yes, thank you for reading the article very well. Okay, now let's move on to discussion part, shall we?
Mhm.
Yes. All right. So in this part, we have few questions that we're going to answer freely by sharing your idea based on the situation given. All right. So let's start with question number one. So do you think it is good for prices and wages to rise at the same time?
Oh, yes, I do. And the prices and wages. Yeah, so it is inevitable to higher prices and wages at the same time. So if each of them rise respectively, some inconvenience would happen in our life. We could, for example, if prices only rise, we cannot pay for something like, so we cannot afford to buy daily stuff like groceries or, yeah, daily items. But if wages only rise, it doesn't happen because, wages come from the sales of products of the company. So yeah, so to pay wages, to to pay higher wages to employees, and companies have to earn a lot of money compared to before. So uh, price rise prices rising is, yeah, inevitable.
I fully agree with the idea, Cookie. Yes, that is well said. I'm very
Mm.
so, but the reality these days is wages is stuck and then the prices is getting higher,
Oh
right?
yeah, true.
So that's the one of the problem, for example, here in the Philippines. So that's why, if possible, we have a multiple, how can I say, part-time jobs and jobs to cover all the expenses every day, because prices of, like, example, groceries and everything are too expensive nowadays,
Yeah, yeah.
and our wages is stuck on the market. So it's
Mm.
really really hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very hard. So yeah, company uh com- companies are not willing to
More.
pay more. So they try to save their expenditures in every aspect.
Yes.
Yeah, so wages is one of them. Wages are one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, um, prices are increasing, whereas wages are stable, stuck.
Yeah, stuck. That's right. But if only prices and wages rising, together. So I think this okay, because yeah, higher wages help afford to buy expensive goods as well. So
Yeah,
this is okay. But if not, then it's not really okay. A
Mm.
lot of people will suffer.
Yeah, 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 true.
So that's why nowadays, cookies, so it's traditional way that women should stay at home and taking care of the children and doing
Mm.
the household chores before, like maybe 50 years ago or like that. But
Uh.
now the couple should single income is not enough for the
Mm.
family nowadays.
Mm. Yeah, I think
So
so.
couples should work together. Like nowadays, women working too.
Mm.
Yes, and nowadays their responsibilities at home is already divided among families,
Yeah,
among
yeah, yeah.
the families,
Mm.
because of, yeah, this is because one single income is not really enough for the whole
Yeah,
family,
yeah. Mm.
especially
Definitely.
yeah, education, children, their needs like that on foods.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
it's really
Mm.
hard.
Yeah,
uh,
they give us a hard time.
mhm,
Definitely. So
yeah.
the more price increase
Mhm,
proportion to salary,
mhm.
the less people will have children in the future. So that accelerates our uh, low birth rates, declining birth rate. So the
Yes.
situation would be worse, worse and
Exactly.
worse.
Yes, exactly. You are really right with that. So I hope so. I hope not. It will not happen in the future, because nowadays we are already suffering from this, expensive goods. So I
Mm-hmm.
hope in the future will not as double the price, and then yeah, it's really very hard
Yeah,
nowadays. Yes. All right, so yes, Cookie, thank you for sharing your great idea. Now let's move on to question number two. So, have you ever thought about saving or investing your money for the future?
oh, invest money. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, I have, and I'm actually saving my money and investing money for the future. And maybe 20% of my salary is invested in, yeah, stocks and index. Yeah, not national bonds, but I invest especially in, yeah, shell stocks.
Mm. So, what is the good investment in your country, Cookies? Future investment, yeah.
Future investment. Yeah. I actually invest mostly in global companies like U.S. companies and
Mm.
yeah, global index composed of global companies, stock prices. So um, from long-term perspective, the history illustrates that from the long-term perspective, actually, so investment has investment gives us, I can say, promised merit, promised I can say promised price increase in the future. So yeah, I just invest, not actively, just passively, divide my salary and some parts of my salary just invest as I can say as a saving, like saving,
Mm. Well, that's good idea. You know,
Uh-huh.
here in the Philippines, the most like common investment for long term is like if you have extra money or like something.
Mm-hmm.
So land, the people buy some lands or usually lands, yes,
Mm-hmm.
because lands, you know, in later years, the price of the lands are increasing every
Mm.
year. So,
Uh,
like example, to divide like 1 hectares of land above,
uh,
you can see 1 million hectares like that. In
mm.
few years' time, it will double the
I
price.
see. I have
So,
the wishful thinking, so yeah, I don't
mm,
mind so much about how I invest, and yeah, just invest in global
mm.
index.
I've also invested forex, by the way, Cookie. Thank you so
Thank you.